The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the New York Giants. Kicker Graham Gano set to put his foot into this one. And off we go from Tampa. And boy, a rough start to this one as this kick goes out of bounds. Fournette running out of the gun. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A handoff to Fournette. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Play action, now it's Brady. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 14. Into the red zone, it's Brady. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. They give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Dumps it off to Fournette. He's to the 10. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Certainly not what they wanted defensively. We're hoping to hold them to a field goal. Instead, they're able to convert the 3rd and long here on the opening drive.
So not only was it a flipping field position and a flipping fortunes, but how about mentally? You just described.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. The big back Leonard Fournette able to push his way in from a yard out. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Suckup, and that makes the score 7-0. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Big conversion. They were backed up deep to start the drive, able to pick up the 1st.
So the goal is at least a 1st down here, right? Pick up a 1st down, give yourself some breathing room, and if you have to punt after that, maybe you've helped with field position and you've helped out your defense.
And avoided a 3 and out on their opening drive. Throwing, Jones. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big
NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from Tampa. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. On first down, Rodgers trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Fournette. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette, and he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette taking it in from a yard out. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point put through by Succo, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following a touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he is going to have a Packers first down as he'll be marked out a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. And again, it's Rodgers. He'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equanimeous St. Brown. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
A gain of 3, second down. On play action, now Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 17-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now second and inches.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. You think about this strong safety position. They're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time, great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play. Fournette, a first down carry. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to the end zone real fast.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Fournette. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Brady going to throw. They'll swing this out to Fournette. Touchdown! Leonard Fournette. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Looking deep for Adams. It got his man complete. Touchdown, Packers. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh no! And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that one spanning an even 65 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. They fake the handoff. Now Brady throwing left side. He's got Gronk complete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On second down, here's Fournette. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Second down and goal. Brady. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Leonard Fournette in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. Brady will look to throw for it. And that's caught at the 2. And he is into the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. Looking deep for Adams. And that is incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Second half straight ahead from Raymond James Stadium. Both teams finishing up their halftime adjustments. So for the call, let's get back over to Tampa and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Now Leonard Fournette. And this is going to be a Bucs first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Running on first down is Fournette, but he can only manage a yard or so before he's brought down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Brady throwing complete here to Fournette. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 38-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw pulled in by Gronkowski. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Rashawn Gary, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And some space here. And he He's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Packers. You think about the great running backs in the game today. I don't know if Aaron Jones is a name that comes immediately to mind, but it should, evidenced by that run there. This time, the extra point up and good. And that will tie our game here in the third. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On the run, it's Fournette. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 89 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Well, this has been all that we'd hoped for. Two of the game's all-time great QBs slugging it out in a one-score game here in the second half. 1st and 10. Brady's throw there complete. And some room to work. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Well, this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there was absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
Complete at the 1, and he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the two-point conversion for good measure. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 31, Rodgers. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
And such a close game, a very big one. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs 22. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Got a man. It's Tunyon. And he is going to have a Packers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. It's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for Buccaneer TD. That's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now Rodgers to try again after the pick 6. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Devin White, the The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, with the echoes of Cannon Blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone. The Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the the Baltimore Ravens. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from Tampa. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. They're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. To throw is Jackson. Forced out to his left. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And shedding through the tackle. They find some open field here. 30, 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact? But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. On play action, now Brady. He'll let one go deep for Howard. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect. How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Bucs force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So, CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted. And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well. You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Now Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground. On play action, it's Brady. Dumps it off to Fournette. Fournette, first down, still going. he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. This is Fournette. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll give Fournette another crack. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Brady now on 3rd and goal. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Touchdown! Leonard Fournette, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. These 2 teams all tied after 1. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Powers through him. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Escaping the pressure right. It's a room to maneuver. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 30 yards, and the Ravens have taken the lead.
It used to be that if you were a big wide receiver and the coaches wanted to make you a tight end, you resisted the move. Now it's almost a glamour position because they have the mismatch advantage. Are you going to cover them with a linebacker? They're probably faster. A defensive back? They're going to be bigger. Tight end is the new big-time position.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Brady. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense. Hey, check.
Brady to throw for it on fourth down. That's to his running back, complete. And some room to roam now. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
Play action. Now it's Brady. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski.
But give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Brady to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Ravens will take over here at their own 12-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy Bunting. And the Buccaneers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's 2nd and 10. Brady. Flush to his right. That's complete to Tyler Johnson. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
Wide open, Gronkowski. And with a clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this 2nd quarter.
Indeed, indeed.
Extra point put through by Succop. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Second half straight ahead from Raymond James Stadium. Both teams finishing up their halftime adjustments. So for the call, let's get back over to Tampa and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. He will return this from deep in the end zone. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
2nd and 2. Fournette running out of the gun. And he'll go down at the 28.
Second into his prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
2nd and 11 now. Now they'll throw with Brady. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Fournette again. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The big back Leonard Fournette able to push his way in from a yard out. And the Bucs have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Extra point up and good by Succa. And the lead is now 21-14. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one. Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. Play action. Now Jackson out to his left. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. On the move to his left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Play action. It's Jackson. Rolling, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Ravens have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. Flushed out, and he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and a big sack at that. This remains a 1-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? He was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson steps away. He's got room to run past the 20. And they will finally get him down at the 28. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Jackson from the shotgun, eluding the pressure right. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson will be intercepted. Picked up on Levante David. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette, 26 yards. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. So what can Brady do here as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. Brady's going to look to throw. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Here's Jackson to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Being chased out left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Jackson. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. To throw is Jackson. Buying time to his left. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And he's got a 1st down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Buccaneers have it.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Brady going to throw here. And he'll let one go deep for Howard. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
Second and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Brady going to go on 4th down. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Play action. Now it's Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And incomplete on the deep ball. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back.
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. He's got him in, complete. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans, 64 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked-off folks on the other sideline now.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson steps away to his left. First step, and I think the ball's out. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. And I don't know that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline is still scratching his head. Yeah,
not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Brady going to look to throw. This is caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
So what can Brady do here as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. Brady will look to throw for it. It's complete. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you can go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
One last shot for Jackson. He'll buy some time right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. His time is run out on this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just